Everyone, this is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with a special cup. It's going to be the cross-platform cup, and it's going to be between the PC, Xbox, and the PlayStation communities to see who is going to get the better of it. And just in case you guys don't know, whoever is going to come out on top of these series will be able to claim superiority. But first, we need to see the matches. So let's go ahead and check out the brackets, and let's go ahead and check out the round one. And as we see, Bleeding Hippie, the Chaos Dwarf team, did take out Gnome Slayer's Xbox number 2 board, who did play the Bretonian team, and then Jimmy Fantastic pulling it out, Wood Elves versus Dark Elves, Blade 2993, the number 4 board for the Xbox. And so far so good for the PC crowd. They have 2 wins. One more win will win them the series, but moreover, what they want to do is continue to win, because that is the tiebreaker if there is going to be, say, a 1-1 series tie or something like that. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the next game. Worldsitar, the number 3 board for the PC, playing the Orc team, and he will be facing off against the Xbox number 3 board, Glasshammer, the Chaos Dwarf team. So let's go ahead, start that replay up as we are about to begin. So definitely, guys, in my playoff prediction, well, I was thinking to myself, I can't just go 5-0 for everyone. I have to choose somebody that might be the weakest link, and it might just be Worldsitar. So the reason why I did pick against Worldsitar is because his Orc team might be a little bit of an underdog to this Chaos Dwarf team, because the Chaos Dwarf team does have that claw, does have Mighty Blow on his side, and the Orc team are definitely very susceptible to that. Orcs usually want to get in the melee. They definitely want to base up your team and get the bashes on, but not necessarily so against the claw and the Mighty Blow of the Chaos Dwarf team. And yes, Chaos Dwarf's Glasshammer facing off against Worldsitar's stupid staff Orc team. So we'll see how this is going to shape out today. One of the curious skills that was taken that I thought that was a little bit interesting. Now I would say that it's not something that is too crazy or anything like that, but definitely it's something that I don't necessarily see when people have a choice of skills, and it's that leader skill on the Black Orc. Now definitely the nice thing about having it on the Black Orc is that normally they're the ones with the 4 strength, 9 armor value. They're not going to go out, and therefore the leader should be good. And you do get that leader reroll, that extra reroll every single time that they are on the pitch when the first round comes up for the first half, and then the second half they'll come back, and then even maybe the overtime period. So that's the nice thing about having leader. But boy, what a difference maybe this would have made if perhaps he would have something like guard or something like that, or maybe even, I don't know, Mighty Blow. But these 2 Black Orcs already have the Mighty Blow, but this one there has the guard, and I really feel like some more guard would have been a little bit more prudent, especially for today's match. But you know, I have to say that going into these matches, none of the teams really knew who they were going to be facing off against and knew what the other teams were going to do or anything like that. So I can't necessarily blame him, but definitely it's one of those things where this could or could not be something that will stick out and be the end of the Orc team. But first, let's go ahead and continue on and take a look at the skills. While we're at it, we're going to take a look at this Chaos Dwarf team, because I believe Stupid Staff is going to be choosing to receive the balls. So let's go ahead. Bull Centaur, yes, break tackle, definitely a staple for the Bull Centaurs, and block with that tackle ability. But this Bull Centaur, interestingly enough, does not have the break tackle, but does have the block and the Mighty Blow. And then Chaos Dwarves, yes, he will have a couple of them with that claw, with the Mighty Blow. No piling on for either of these though, so we'll see how just effective they are going to be in the front line. But yes, I can't blame him here, because you can only take a maximum of 14 skills across your team. So here he's going to go with guard for all the rest of the Chaos Dwarves. So he's got 4 pieces with guard, and then the Hobgoblin. He's going to have 1 main ball carrier with Blodge and the Sure Hands, and that definitely could come in handy a little bit later on. Orc team though, as I said before, 4 Black Orcs, 2 of them with the Mighty Blow with the block, and then the other one with guard with block, and then Leader with block, and then the Troll, he's going to go ahead and get the doubles on him and get the block ability on the Troll. I like that. And then, of course, the Blitzer, the main ball carrier, the Blodge with the sure hands, and then 2 more Blitzers with the tackle, and then this one here with guard, this one here with Mighty Blow, and then this one here with guard as well. So line orcs are going to be the play for him. We'll have 3 of them, and should be the guys to be on the front line to take the Chaos Dwarf beatings. And we'll see who's going to get the better of it today. Boy, oh boy, this could be a tough match for Worldsitar, especially if he's going to have a bunch of injuries on his side, and that actually could happen. Again, Claw, Mighty Blow. Sure, he doesn't have piling on, but that is quite dangerous looking. Quite. Alright, so now kickoff, sweltering heat. Oh man, it's gonna go out. Some of these players are gonna go out extra, so any ones on the roll after there's gonna be a score or a change of possession. Well, I shouldn't say change of possession, but any scores or anything like that, then, or at the end of the half, will mean that all the players on the pitch playing currently will have to roll a d6, and if they get any ones, then they'll just be playing out, and that is really bad news for both these sides, because both sides only 1 extra replacement, and so we could be seeing them play some defenses down a few orcs, a few chaos dwarves, and it really just depends on how badly you roll, because if you roll really bad on those sweltering heat, then you can end up being outnumbered on the pitch, and then suddenly, it's not my fault! They had the advantage! And they're gonna win. Orcs gonna start off with the bashes, no big hits as of yet, and that's the thing about the orc team, they are with the armor value 9, and they usually like to get in there and get very aggressive with their front line, but again, with the Chaos Dwarves with the Claw, they're going to hang back and not baste up the Chaos Dwarves for the time being. Now the Chaos Dwarf team, now what does he want to do? Because with the Claw and the Mighty Blow, I imagine that he really wants to get in there, and oh, a death injury will be it for the Line Orc. Luckily though, it's just a Line Orc, and it's going to start off in a big way. Mighty Blow with the Claw, and boy, the Orc team gonna let that one go because more injuries probably are to come, but man, luckily that was just gonna be a level 1 Line Orc just poking his head a little bit too far and gonna get blitzed down by the Claw and the Mighty Blow. But that right there, my friends, is just a display, just a small glimmer there, and boy, I almost have to wonder there, why did he blitz the Line Orc, and why didn't he instead maybe go ahead and blitz down a Black Orc or something like that? He does have a couple of guys with the guard ability, so this one here, 2 assists, and then after that a blitz, because the Troll, he actually dropped his tackle zones due to the really stupid, so he quite possibly could have been able to hit the Black Orc with guard on the line and then force the Apothecary usage. And that would have been a whole lot nicer for the Chaos Dwarves. But for right now, we'll take it. Line Orc down. That will mean that there will be 1 less Line Orc to deal with. But there is going to be another Line Orc to come in to play. So not a big deal for the Orcs. But still, that definitely has to be a little worrisome if you are the Orcs. Because I have to say, lots of times when you play Blood Bowl, it just kind of spells out what's going to happen in the later bits of the game, where if you are getting injured early, then perhaps your own guys may get more injuries along the way. So that is definitely a big worry now for Worldsitar and the PC crowd. Who is going to take this one? Black Orcs going to be in there. Some of them are getting based up now, so should see some opportunities for attack by this Chaos Dwarf team. Just gonna get a couple of pushes here, and yet another blitz by the Claw. Mighty Blow, yeah, there we go. This time he's gonna go blitz a Black Orc, and did have the 2 guard characters right there. Was able to get those assists on and take them down, but luckily Orc team, whew, gonna survive for the time being and just hang out for a moment. Black Orcs getting some hits in, but no worse for wear at this time. I have to say that the PC crew are looking quite good in the first bits. I mean, Xbox 360, of course, they are the bigger underdog over the PlayStation crew. And so at this point, I have to say that a 5-0 could be likely. But like I said, I didn't want to go 5-0. I wanted to predict somebody to lose. And so it was Worldsitar. And he is definitely quite susceptible today. Chaos Dwarves, I think, on paper, at this point, is slightly better. Because, sure, he's got these Black Dwarfs with Mighty Blow and this Blitzer with Mighty Blow. But, I mean, that's all they have. And against armor value 9. Sure, these Hobgoblins might be a little bit open here for maybe some blitzes. But not too crippling if the Chaos Dwarves lose 1 or 2 of them today. This is a Resurrection Tournament, as I had figured out oh so painstakingly the other day. I kept looking around and I was pretty sure it was a Resurrection Tournament, but I just wanted to get confirmation 100%, and yes, it is a Resurrection Tournament. And another really stupid, boy, this is really bad so far for the Orc team. On turn 1, really stupid, and then turn 3, really stupid. So 2 out of the 3 turns, rolling that 1. A little bit unfortunate. Chaos Dwarves are going to line up. Should be able to hold up the front bit. This is kind of why Orc team, usually, if you're playing something on a ladder, you want to try to get at least one of your blitzers with a frenzy ability. And this is the reason why right here, because you move over to the right side, you move over to the left side right there, and then you kind of get stoppered up a little bit. And you see this formation right there. If you did have a frenzied player, then you have a slightly better shot at getting the blitz in with your frenzy player, and then after that get the surf off if somebody dares put up this type of screen against your cage here, or net, the way I like to see it. Although I'll try to keep it with how everyone else says it, in which they call it the screen. But you know, I learned Blood Bowl by myself, and so I used to call it the net against the cage. And the biggest reason why is because, you know, net kind of makes it, it makes a little bit more sense, right? I mean, when you say, oh, I'm going to catch the cage with the net, right? I mean, it makes it a little bit, but then I guess a screen, right, stops the cage. I don't know. I don't know what my thinking was, but still, Chaos Dwarves are looking pretty solid at the moment. Some ground has been given away, though. Bull Centaur. This is the troubles right here that the Chaos Dwarf team is gonna have to face a bit. He's gonna have to have this Bull Centaur, and if he gets touched up, then he's just gonna have to bash himself away. And right now the troll is touching him up. And well, he does have a guard here, so maybe a 1-die block, maybe, but not too much of a good idea. Worldsitar taking his time and just gonna hang back for the time being. Moving over to the right, gonna stay back and pull here to the center of the pitch. And boy, wouldn't, like I said, wouldn't he love to right now have frenzy on his blitzer? And that's why you guys get it out there, because it does help with prying open the right side or left side here, so that you can maybe open up some space a little bit later on and then take advantage and get through. Because otherwise, right now, the Orcs are going to have a tough time to try to find a little bit of a crack to just shimmy on through and then get to the back line and get that touchdown. And with those Bull Centaurs, they can catch up to your blitzer if you decide at the end maybe to go potato or something like that. And you can get blitzed down and you can be stopped. So you can't really think about that either. And he is going to have the 4 straight Bull Centaur with the break tackle and the tackle ability as well. So that definitely is nixed out of the equation. Can't just go out by himself and do something with it. Has to think about it and has to plan ahead. Troll's going to move up. Not going to be too afraid. Luckily, he did take that block ability for that Troll, I have to say, because getting doubles and putting on your big guy is so big to get that block ability on him, so you can just be more of a reliable basher for your side, because otherwise could get 1-9, could roll the both down and the skulls. Or even just the skulls, and it's just gonna end your day pretty quickly. Left side's gonna be a little bit more open, so the Orc team's gonna just poke his head that way. Turn 5. Turn 6 will be coming up in the next bit. So far, so good. Boy, Orc team, I was kind of saying before, it was like, oh, this injury right here could be a prelude to something more, but so far so good. Just gonna be that one death injury to that line work over there, and then, oh, gonna get the Nuffling after the both down dices. Really wanted to try to get down that Blitzer, but gonna pay for it. Oh, that is so unlucky. Pretty much the only thing that could stop this. A 1 in 36 chance, and really wanted to try to get the bashes here and get down the Blitzer with the guard, with that tackle ability. And now our team is going to be able to poke a hole here. Now turn 6, and will be able to move up past the line and should have a nice, easy time of trying to put a screen up even after hopefully getting the push away. No stand firms or anything like that. But it appears that he's going to just keep him in the front bit and get another 2-die block, but more pushes on the dice, so that's really bad. So no screens here, but at least with the stun on that Chaos Dwarf should be okay. And now he should be on his way to perhaps getting that touchdown. Just going to be this Hobgoblin there on the left side, this Chaos Dwarf team, and going to have to stay away from the break tackle, Bull Centaur, but still, this is going to be a bit of an easier time. Not too much easier, though, because Chaos Dwarf should be able to catch up, I think. But we'll see. Going to just dodge away with that break tackle. We'll get the blitz here on that Blitzer. Get the defender down even. And should be able to set up now right in front of the Orcs. But like I said, look at all the space he's ceding at the moment. Gonna dodge that Hobgoblin away, but in the next bit, we're probably gonna see him get blitzed down, and our team will definitely like to do that because he's got armor value 7, and at least will be a nice little munching for his Blitzer with that mighty blitz. Like, oh, come over here, little boy, come over here. So we should see a blitz on that Hobgoblin, and should be opening things up. Put another cage right there. He's in range. Turn 7. Hobgoblins might be able to catch up here, but like I said, if he's able to get that injury off on that Hobgoblin, get him down, at least get the stuns, then this would be a whole lot easier to hold. So here comes the blitz. Will be with the mighty blow. Blitzer gonna be the both down die. That's perfect and enough, but oh, no big injury, and so this is gonna be a bit of an uncomfortable spot to cage up now. So Orc ball carrier. Oh, he's got to move up right there. Get a bit of a screen. Bull Centaur's going to be basing up this Blitzer. So after a 2-die block on him, we might have a nice blitz try on the ball carrier. If anything, should be able to put up yet another cage after the 2-die block here. Should be able to put another guy here with the Bull Centaur and hold up the cage with his big old screen. And then what are you going to do now, Orc team? I just don't know. But we'll see how this Chaos Dwarf team is going to play some defense. After this is Orc with the bashes. And at this point, Bull Centaur with break tackle would be pretty nice right there on him. But oh, it looks like he will miss the dodge. And I'm not sure where he's going with his Hobgoblin, but he's going to go and opt for the dodge. Oh, he's going to do the 1-die block from underneath, I suppose so. But it's just going to be a push. But it will be a push into the arms of this Bull Centaur. So a nice shot there. Boy, I almost missed it. I was thinking maybe come over the top or something like that. But we'll instead go underneath because just in case it's just a push, then at least he'll have another shot with the Bull Centaur. But Bull Centaur just going to get both down dies. No more rerolls after the dodge miss. And so the Orc team, after taking away that Hobgoblin, after taking away this Hobgoblin, should be able to get another assist with his Blitzer right there. And a 2-die block coming up. And should be able to just push him away just ever so softly. And he will be able to get the defender down die. And he will be able to get the touchdown by the end. Worldsitar cannot be stopped. 1-0. The PC crowd goes wild. Chorfega. The Chorfegas. 1 death injury to that line orc. But don't worry, guys. Orc team will have an orc come in. But sweltering heat will be able to take another of the orc members out. But it's just going to be another line orc. So how fortuitous is this? The injuries, so good for the orc team. And even the sweltering heat. Death injury on the line orc and sweltering heat on him. So that's actually not too bad. It's going to be turn 8 though. So perhaps it is not as good as I think. Because if the sweltering heat does stay, then sure he'll get his line orc back. But that does mean that one of his other guys might go out. So actually, that might not be such a good deal there. But the Chorf team, though, they did not get anyone out due to the sweltering heat. So he's going to be just fine. Let's see here. No stand firm for the orc team. We may see a one-move touchdown try by the 9 total movement allowance for the Chaos Dwarf Bull Centaurs. So we'll see how that's going to work out. But it appears defender down die, and there won't be a one-move touchdown try whatsoever, so that will end things here. Chaos Dwarves are just going to get a bunch of hits in on these orc team and hope like crazy that he's going to get some sort of injury, especially on that troll. And quite honestly, with the extra hobgoblin, we should see a blitz, not a blitz, but a foul by the hobgoblin coming up. If we could only get him down. Oh, the claw and mighty blow is gonna miss with the push, and so gonna have to do it with a normal hit. And so far so good. Gonna be all right. Gonna get the blitz, and should be able to do down with that. Ooh, death injury right there. And it's gonna be another line orc. So death injury is gonna continue to be sustained by the orc team because boy, these injuries again. Looks so great, but where's he going? Oh my gosh, where was he going? And he was, I think, opting to do the go full roll, but gonna get 1 in 36 there, and not gonna get a foul off by the end, and that's extremely unfortunate. You definitely want to try to get the foul in by the end, but the Chorf team gonna get 1 in 36 there. By the end, after the GFI, I can't believe that. Getting a little bit... Who's he trying to hit there? Let's go ahead and just take a look back there. And it was the Black Orc. So that's who we're going to get greedy with the foul. And gonna get 1 in 36. So, oh boy, what luck for Worldsitar. He would have definitely got a foul there. And that more than likely would have been an armor value break, and boy, like I said, these injuries, 2 death injuries here, so you have to wonder, would that have gone a lot worse for Worldsitar? 3 of the Black Orcs though, looks like the Black Orc Blitzer and another is going to go out with the sweltering heat, but change of weather to nice, and that is beautiful for this Chaos Dwarf team on his possession half here. So we're going to have the Blitzer, the 2 Blitzers there, going to be out. It's going to be the main ball carrier with the Blitzer here with the tackle and guard, and then the leader Black Orc, and oh man, and it looks like the leader bug is going to be in play because I think the Orc team, yes, I think the Orc team started off with 2. So I think the leader did play. Let's see here. Oh boy, I have to see if that leader bug. Well, actually, I don't think that leader is actually recorded on the record there. So that's gonna be too bad. But I do believe it activated. There's the foul though. Chorf team, and he did it, and he does have a get the ref because he does have a bribe because of the get the ref on the kickoff, so that's a thing right there. And he could have failed the pickup rolls, but no re-roll, no danger here, so gonna let that one go. Not gonna use the re-roll, and it looks like a pair of hobgoblins gonna go out for this Chaos Dwarf team. So there, finally something a little bit more positive for the Chaos Dwarves here, because Orc team actually suffering a little bit more from the sweltering heat. Going to lose 3 guys, and it's going to be 3 really important ones. But I guess they're all important because anyways, 2 line orcs down due to the death injuries. So I have to say, our team, sure, he got 2 death injuries, but not too shabby. I don't think that this Chaos Dwarf team will be stopped from scoring. I will say that we should see a bunch more armor value breaks, especially with the claws and mighty blow Chaos Dwarfs right there. And so that is definitely in store for this Orc team. I mean, they're gonna get more and more armor value broken. More armor value breaks mean more chances of big injuries. And we should see yet another foul. I don't see it going any other way. Chaos Dwarves are already up in numbers on the pitch. And sure, he's already used up a bribe, but I think we should see yet another foul coming up. And sure, why not be on the blackboard with that block and a mighty blow. Get it in there, get the boot in. We'll get the armor value break and just a stun, but still, that's a pretty nice one because he would have just stood the Black Orc up with the mighty blow and block again. And not all the time you're gonna get him down, especially with this dice. Boy, he got a whole bunch of ones waiting for this Chaos Dwarf team. Got one at 36 yet again. But that was just on that sure feet play on the go for it roll. That's what happens when you get just slightly greedy. But I don't blame him there. I mean, I definitely would have tried to foul the Black Orc. He's definitely the better piece to do it with. But man, Nuffle. But there's the claw with the mighty blow, blitz, and trying to get down some more orcs, but just gonna be pushes. And I have to say, those blitzes, sure, he got a couple of death injuries thus far, but man, it's just on those line orcs. And this line orc here just gonna get pushed away, I think, and then gonna just be like, hey, I'm still alive, guys. Stay alive, stay alive. Alright, Chaos Dwarves holding the ball. Lots of turns here left to play. You know, with the Orc team gonna be down so many guys, you have to believe Chaos Dwarves should be able to tie it up, and this game is quite possibly going into overtime, but we'll see about that. Anything could happen. I mean, Nuffle could happen. I mean, that's why we play Blood Bowl. You just never know. It's all about the surprises. Definitely all about those surprises. Chaos Dwarves. They're so strong. I mean, once you get some of those skills up on them, they're just so difficult to beat. That's why Crucifer, every single time on the Champions Cup, you have to almost always pick him to win this game, because he normally gets those Chaos Dwarves up with Mighty Blow. Normally gets a couple of them, at least, with the claw ability, with the piling on. And then he gets Stand Firm. He just grinds out a whole bunch of skills for his guys. I mean, it's just there for him. There seems to be no weakness on his team either. Sure, he uses the Hobgoblin as the main ball carrier, as he should, though. And he does get these sure hands on him as well. But speaking of sure hands, Hobgoblin, the main ball carrier, is out. But for right now, the Chaos Dwarves, they're not even feeling it at this moment. Sure, he's gone out with it, but it's just not a big deal, considering that the Orc team, they themselves losing 3 big guys right there. And with the numbers advantage, it's just definitely in the way of this Chaos Dwarf team. Where they're up 2 guys on the pitch, I believe. No, actually, they're up 3 guys on the pitch here. So they had 1 extra to come in, so that covers the 1 injury. So there's 10 guys on the pitch, and our team also had 1 extra person to come in from off the bench. So down 4, so that means it's 7 on 10 right now on the pitch. So with that huge disparity between the offense and the defense, it's definitely going to be an easy mode to get this touchdown, unless this Chaos Dwarf team somehow, someway outfoxes himself, right? I've definitely seen that happen before. Claw, mighty blow, defender down die, but no armor value breaks. I have to say, our team is living the dream right now, and it would have been it would have definitely been a bigger nightmare had this Chaos Dwarf blocker perhaps have something like the piling on ability, at least one of them extra or something like that. But more break tackle, gonna reform the cage in the center. Like I said, Chaos Dwarfs has the numbers advantage big time. So not only is he able to get his cage up, gonna get the bashes off, and then after that get the screen up for his guys over the top so that he can have a much easier time marching down the pitch and try to stop me, he says. Now with it being turn 13, about to be turn 14, 3 more turns left to play, we should see the Chaos Dwarf team start to move this ball up. And looks like he's going to be content with going into overtime like this. So yes, that's pretty much the only thing this Chaos Dwarf team can kind of play for at the moment. Just play for the overtime period. Hope like crazy he gets the ball back and put the advantage, the slight advantage on his court and win the ball game. Troll finally gonna get into the game there. Gonna get the armor value breaks. A little bit quiet from him today, but will get the armor value break and will be able to get that nice stun on the Bull Centaur. So pretty good stuff by this Troll. That's why we get you, big guy. 5 strength, mighty blow inherent. And if you get something like block, then definitely gonna be a key skill that you can get and get more reliable bashes from him. There's the Bull Centaur blitz. We'll be able to pry away the Black Orc, and not only that, but stop the basing nature of that Black Orc. So should be able to reform the cage yet again, and there's not too much of a worry right here because should be able to get the guard Chaos Dwarf blocker on it. So 2 die uphill, not necessarily a good thing to make for the Orc team, and so Orcs are just gonna have to be content with the blitz on the outside here. Like I said, nice screen up for that cage, and not only has to contend with the cage, but also with that nice screen up for the Chaos Dwarfs. It's just too much, I think. Couple of turns left to play now for this Chaos Dwarf, so he should be moving and advancing up. Orcs are gonna be, I think, futilely putting up a net against this cage, and there's gonna be a re-roll. And this is also the reason why I was saying that the leader skill on that Black Orc, not necessarily such a great thing, because anyways, Orcs, most of them, is going to have that block skill, and so with just about all of your Orcs with that block skill, you don't have to be too concerned about the 2-die blocks, and you're not going to be making too many dodges, right? If you can definitely help it, and even if you do end up dodging, well, he does have the main ball carrier with that dodge ability inherent on him. Well, not inherent, but he did get the dodge on the blitzer. So I have to say that, sure, he got the leader. Sure, it's nice to get that extra reroll, but right now it's just not the game changer. But that could be speaking a different story, right? Once kick off overtime. So in overtime, guys, just in case you guys don't know, and this is going to go into overtime, we will play overtime, and they will get 8 extra rounds to play in, up to 24, and it is going to be sudden death. So the first person who scores will end the game. So no need to just hold the ball. You know, this isn't Blood Bowl Chaos Edition or Legendary Edition or whatever you played, where you kept getting 4 turns each until somebody scored, and then even then the game doesn't end. But still, this is now sudden death, and at the end of overtime, if neither team is going to score in the extra 8 rounds at the end of 24, then it will be a kickoff overtime. And in kickoff overtime, both sides will have a chance to kick, just like they do in football or soccer for you Americans out there. And then whoever misses and the other one makes it, that is the team is going to be the winner on the kickoffs. Now, the only caveat that you have to worry about and think about is the extra reroll. So on the kickoff overtimes, you will get the +1s for every reroll that you have. And the thing about it is that you do have to activate it to get the pluses on your roll. And so there, the Chaos Dwarves will get that score in and make it 1-1. And unless there's a riot here at the end, we should be seeing overtime. And now the sweltering heat is going to be over, so we're going to get all the sweltering heat players back. And it looks like for Chaos Team, or the Chaos Dwarf Team, will have the 2 extra rerolls in hand, where Worldsitar will be able to have 3 rerolls, and that could be the difference in today's match. So we're just going to wait for the coin toss, and the Or team should just be lining up for some hits here and going to get in there. But again, Worldsitar, pretty world-class coach, and so we might see the one-turn touchdown try, maybe, but I think with the 6 movement allowance of the Or team, I believe you need 2 frenzy players for this to work out for you, and so no one-move touchdown for you, and so Orcs are probably just going to go into the overtime period. Looks like it's going to be brilliant coaching, and that's great because Chaos Dwarf team actually got that and will get the extra reroll due to the +2 in fame. So pretty good stuff. Now this Chaos Dwarf team is going to have 3 rerolls, and the Or team also with 3 rerolls. You have to believe that now this Chaos Dwarf team on equal footing. It's just going to be all about how this coin toss is going to end up for him. So let's see how this coin toss is going to go. But right now, just these bashes up the front line should see some hits in, and I don't think we're going to see a foul, but I could be wrong. Anyways, he does have a level 1 line orc in the front bit, and might be a good time for him to try to get the foul up. There we go. I guess only a 30% chance to get out, right? 32% chance. Does get the foul in, and since it's only a 30-some% chance to actually get out, not going to get called for the foul, so we are going to overtime. And it is, like I said, sudden death overtime. First one to score will win it. And let's see who's going to get the coin toss. This is crucial right here. Whoever's going to win it will have the slight advantage going into it to see who's going to win. And I believe it's going to be the Chaos Dwarf team. Yes, he is going to have the coin toss. So the Chaos Dwarfs will have the slight favor to win it. And this could be Xbox 360's chance. Oh, they are hoping like crazy here, because if Xbox 360 wins this one, then they still have some measure of hope of winning out and maybe taking the series away from the PC crowd. That's definitely high hopes right there, but it could be one of many. But if the Chaos Dwarves do falter, then it will be a 3-0 by the PC crowd, and they will win the first series between the PC and the consoles, PS4 and the Xbox 360 wars right there. So that's going to be nice to go up a series, but definitely you want to get some more wins just in case there could be a tiebreaker at the end. So we'll definitely see, and it's definitely good that when you look at the charts, PC versus Xbox, and then Xbox versus PS4 in the second round in next week's competition, and then third round is going to just shape up to be PC versus PlayStation by the end. So we'll see how that's going to shape up. Cheering fans, and Chaos Dwarves is going to get yet another reroll. And like I said, in the overtime period, if they don't score it, then it will go into kickoff overtimes, and these do add +1 to your roll. And any 4+ will mean that the kick is successful. So 50% chance that it's going to fail. And so this will mean that it is going to be a bit of a buffer to your kickoff overtime tries. So definitely want to hold on to as many as you can. And it looks like there, Worldsitar still with 3 rerolls. Yes, I do believe that leader does not activate in overtime. So I almost thought it did, but then I was like, you know what? I don't think it does. Leader reroll count takes a single leader reroll and add it to the team rolls at the start and the halftime. There we go. So there you go. It even specifically says start and the halftime. So not one you get in the overtime period. So sorry about that, guys. You know, sometimes I do kind of mix up the rules. I don't know. It just happens. It happens to all of us. So don't you guys just hop all over my bag like, VG, you crony. Oh, look at that. Could have failed the pickup roll. Look at that. Actually got the sure hands pickup. And sure hands isn't so sure. But boy, now the ball is actually going to be on against the sideline. If he gets 1-9 again, like I said in many matches before, he could fumble it out of bounds, and after that, ball could actually get thrown on the Orc side. You never know. I mean, it's just going to be a 3 dice roll thing, and then it could actually end up way over there. Now, if it falls right there, then it will definitely need to go on the high end to get over this far, but it could happen. And actually, what it could happen is it gets thrown back in, but it goes out of bounds over here, and then it gets thrown back in, and it gets thrown a little bit farther forward, and then it gets thrown back in, say from here instead of back here. And so all of a sudden, it's actually in range. The Black Orcs, though, are not Black Orcs, but the Orc team now gonna move in, gonna base up some of the Chaos Dwarf team, and gonna just wait and see his fate. Looks like there will be a blitz by the Claw. Mighty blow. So far, so good. Been able to get a couple of death injuries. Is he able to get some more? Just gonna be an armor value break. Just gonna be a stun. I have to say, if he was a line orc, he probably would have died. That's just how it's going for this Chaos Dwarf team. It seems like they blitz down those line orcs and they go down, but blitzers, black orcs, so far so good. I mean, the worst that's been happening to them is just those stun against the claw and the mighty blow. So right now, those little skills not necessarily working out so well for this Chaos Dwarf team. Sure, he's gotten a couple of death injuries. Sure, he's up in the numbers, but just line orcs. But still, it does mean that he will have a numbers advantage here. Just 1 though. So the defense is going to be 10 on the pitch for the Orc team, whereas the Chaos Dwarfs will have his full complement with 11. So does have the slight numbers advantage, and not only that, but it does have the ball. So when you have the ball with the numbers advantage, then slowly and steadily it should be more and more difficult for this defense to hold serve right there, I have to say. Get that foul, and why not? He is down in numbers, I guess. Line Orc's not going to do anything here, so might as well continue with the fouls, but not going to get anything out of it. Worldsitar's going to hold fast, stand up, and away with you. Turn 19, and at this point, just trying to play strong, trying to play solid. Don't want to give too much away. Chaos Dwarfs does have a shot now, and you gotta believe right now, you gotta think Chaos Dwarf coach Glasshammer is thinking to himself, this is my chance. I can't ruin it for the Xbox 360 crowd. At least get 1 win, and in which, coming into this game, I think you had to be a little bit slightly favored to win this match. I mean, sure, it wasn't big time favored, but I mean, did have the slight favor coming in. I mean, lots of claw, mighty blow for his guys. Worldsitar with mighty blow and block, right? Sure, it's against the armor value 9 orcs, but still, you would think that it would break a little bit more often than not. But luckily for this orc team, well, they have had the armor value breaks, but stuns for the blitzers and the black orcs, and death injuries to the line orcs instead. So I'll take it. Black orcs will be able to return the favor. You stun me, I stun you. We'll be able to get down the Chaos Dwarf right in the front, and so a little bit of a cage stopper right there, but plenty of time on the clock. Chaos Dwarfs looking pretty solid. I'd say Orc team does still have his bribe in hand, so if anything, the Orc team should get some more fouls in. So there you go, and it's all afforded by the get the ref earlier, and we'll get the foul off, but again, not going to break the armor of this Worldsitar, and this is the nice thing here for this Orc team. This Worldsitar, no break tackle, so he's continuing just getting the punishing hits on him with the troll and trying to get him down. But speaking of getting down, claw, mighty blow. Another armor value break and more stuns, I have to say. Chaos Dwarves. I think, just can't believe it right now. Orcs are living the dream right now. Just a push there, boy. Gonna try to bail that Bull Centaur out a little bit, but just that push right there. We should see that Bull Centaur down yet again, and then another foul caused on him. Too bad, no dirty player on the line orcs or any of the hobgoblins for that matter, but still. Chaos Dwarves right now is being stoppered up, not moving the ball as fast as you think that he probably would thought he would have, but for right now, again, just biding his time, waiting for these injuries to happen, waiting for just that moment, that opportunity. Mom Spaghetti, knees weak, his vomit on his sweater already. Okay, we'll stop with this. The VG stop rapping. But right now, he's just going to hold up. Black Orc coming around this right side. A little bit of a pressure saying, hey, look, if you don't move the ball, then I'm going to move in on the ball. Then how do you like that? But going to be the 3-die block. And just going to be the push right there. Orcs still not getting some big hits in. And he's going to have to rely a little bit on these fouls to come through from. So here's a big foul by the Blitzer. Again, he does have that bribe ability, or bribe inducement from the Get the Rep. And will be able to get the armor value break, but just more stuns. But it appears that the Chaos Dwarves are probably going to go to the right side. So this is a little bit inconsequential, but will mean that more fouls to come on, quite possibly on that guard Chaos Dwarf blocker, because Get the Ref, given that bribe, is still not going away. So you think that this ref is blind. That would just be a little bit of an understatement at this point. But the ball is hanging back for the time being. Don't want to put him too far up against the sideline. Don't want to do what the Dark Elves did against the Wood Elves the other day. Side caging up and then getting surfed for it. And with that failed dodge, Orcs actually might have a chance at the ball here. With the Blitzer actually basing up this Chaos Dwarf blocker, might actually have a shot at just pushing him away and then maybe getting a blitz off on the ball carrier. But it looks like, nope, the blitz is going to come over the top. Try to get down this Chaos Dwarf blocker, but a whole bunch of pushes. Look at that. Both down die and then the push. So, man, this Chaos Dwarf blocker again. Whole bunch of them just living the dream at this point. Who needs an apothecary? Probably should have just went apothecary-less and maybe thought about just buying, I don't know, buying something else. Nice little blitz there. Trying to take down the screen of this Chaos Dwarf team. Right side is still open-ish. But as you see there, the Orc team going to line up against this. And if you don't side cage up, then it could be something that will definitely haunt you. And 3 more turns left, so we might see this Chaos Dwarf team end up side caging. But unlike the Wood Elf team, where they did have the War Dancer and the Leap, Orcs don't have such a thing. So I don't know if he wants to go cage diving or anything like that, but it's not like he's got a 4 agility guy that could do any 5+ dodges in there to get that ball away or anything like that. But we'll definitely have to wait and see. Instead, it'll just be a 6+ dodge into the side cage when that's coming from the left side for a surf. I guess not so underneath, but I'm calculating with the 3 tackle zones. Oh, but the Chaos Dwarf is going to hang back. Not going to go ahead and move to the right side. And I guess I can't blame him because there's really nothing there at the moment. So Orc team actually, even though they're down 1 extra guy there, not to worry, because he's holding off this Chaos Dwarf team, not really finding a special place to go right now. And 2 more turns left, and so Glasshammer is going to have to hand off to this Bull Centaur now and get the ball down the pitch this way. Ooh, big injury, but just going to be an arm value 7 Hobgoblin, and Apothecary will be used at that point. but pretty much for not, because this is the last possession. But I guess why not, because I don't know, no need to use it anywhere else, but pretty much a non-factor at this point. And it is a resurrection tournament, like I said before. None of these injuries are going to be long-term. And that's Orcs. Well, all they got to do is just put up a nice big old screen here on the midfield, and where's the Chaos Dwarf team going to go? That's the question. Nice armor value break in the middle there, so that is going to open things up. No guard Chaos Dwarf blocker to mix yourself up here, so Orcs dominating here on the right side. Center field looking pretty good. Only place that the Chaos Dwarf team now is just hope for this left side, and now can you really do it? Blitzer, both of them gonna be in a great spot now, so it's not like you can get the handoff and then go to the left side and then you're home free. Blitzers are absolutely in range. Oh, big KO there on that troll. So the Orc team now will use his Apothecary after holding it. So there we go. Both sides using it, but instead gonna use it on the KOs, and that's actually the better choice. You don't want to worry about the injury, and so Chaos Dwarf team may have missed out a little bit, because you certainly want to use the KO because they actually will stay on the pitch. But on the injury, it didn't matter because Chaos Dwarfs aren't going to get them back. There's no more regulation after this. There's no ball changes or anything like that. But looks like Hobgoblin's just going to move up a little bit, and so we are going into kickoff overtime, and I guess it's about even. So with this, it's going to be a 50-50 shot for either side to win it. So, oh, I have to believe that this could not have gone any better for this Orc team. Chaos Dwarfs had the advantage going in to the overtime period, but somewhat squanders it. But really, Worldsitar plays some world-class defense, holding off this Chaos Dwarf team, being one man down even. I have to say, Worldsitar proves that he is definitely a force to be reckoned with at this point of his Blood Bowl career. You just can't get by, man. That's the thing right there. And even with the Orc team, where you just think that, does he really have the advantage? Could it be? And right now, yes, it is. Turn 24, and the Chaos Dwarf team, Orcs actually gonna line up in a very cheeky way, and so Orcs are probably gonna try the cage dive at the end. Why not? No big deal if he's gonna get injured like crazy, because it is gonna be a resurrection tournament. So Chaos Dwarves are gonna be putting a whole bunch of tackle zones everywhere, and gonna get the one-die blitz here, and not gonna be successful there, but at least he'll be able to base up the line Orc that might actually turn this into a touchdown. Another block right there. This time he's gonna get the defender down, dying. That is great, but Orc's gonna have to try to get that ball out. But like I said, we should see something in. We should see the Orc team trying to blitz in there. Sure, it's a 6+ dodge, but why not? But no, it looks like it's gonna be a blitz there. Actually, was thinking about getting the push combo here to try to get that Bull Centaur out, but again, that's not a big deal. Resurrection and penalty shootout coming up. So each team does roll a d6, high score wins, and each unused team roll does add 1 to the d6 score. And you do have to use it on the kick. And that's something that the rulebook doesn't say, but yes, it is definitely a thing. You definitely need to click on it, guys, out there. So both sides with 3 rerolls. This is exactly 50-50 split down the middle. Who's gonna win it, guys? Let's see it coming up. And it appears that we will go into the kickoffs, and the Bull Centaur actually kicked it, and I think had made it. So 1-1 there for both sides. So I actually had hit the escape button too quickly. So Bull Centaur again, he's gonna get the kickoff, and there's no real reason why you'd miss the first couple of kicks, because both sides with loads of kicks. So these first 2 kicks are not the question here, because they have plenty of rerolls in hand. And so 2-2 now. Now with it being dwindled down to 1 extra reroll, that's just a +1 to the kick. So on a 3+ should be good. So there we go. Chaos Dwarf team, they're gonna make it 3-2. And now Worldsitar's turn here. Let's see how he is going to be. And it looks good. So 3-3 on this penalty score. So now both sides should have used up both of their rerolls, or actually all 3 of their rerolls. And as you can see there, no more rerolls left. And the ball gets kicked to the left side. So here, if Worldsitar with his Orc team makes his kick, he will be the winner. So here we go, Black Orcs. It's good. The Black Orc, the savior. 4-3 on the penalty score. The Orc team pulls it out. And Worldsitar is the winner in penalty kickoffs. And we'll be going in. And that was a very hard fought match between the two. As you can see there, block succeeded a little bit more for the Chaos Dwarf team. And actually for the Orc team, the Chaos Dwarfs with 64 blocks, where the Orc team with 76. So just 12 more blocks, but only 1 injury caused. That number right there is really what was crippling this Orc team. Did get a couple of kills there by this Chaos Dwarf team, but just on a couple of line orcs and really just not on the difference makers. And because of that, that was definitely, well, the difference maker. Couple of injuries, couple of kills, 1 KO caused, but a non-factor nonetheless. As you see there, Chaos Dwarf team gonna get a little bit more nuffled there. 32 1s to 19 6s. You have to believe Chaos Dwarf team. Oh man, he did get nuffled a little bit extra. Should have got that foul at the end of the first half, and also a couple of dice rolls in which, what is it? He tried to get greedy. And he did get both down dice and re-rolled it into skulls. So definitely not such a great day. It didn't end up losing him the game, but it is definitely part psychology in Blood Bowl. So let's go ahead and just take a look here at the brackets. And as you can see there, the winner, and this is just the winners here. Don't worry about the bracket. This is just the PC versus Xbox right there. And Worldsitar will be able to take home the victory 2-1. The PC crowd, Master Race, they will be winning their first series, PC versus Xbox. And you better believe PC crowd is gonna loving that. Hey, what's going on, Yakstay? You doing alright, my friend? You doing alright on the Champions Cup? And so now we're just waiting on the last 2 games. I believe Dripster and Chelsea Zola is going to end up playing on Sunday. And then Ducky, I believe, is also going to be playing on the weekend. But luckily, guys, not World Cup, but the Champions Cup is being postponed because, unfortunately, the admins didn't put the deadline up and there was some confusion. And so the coaches for the Champions Cup ended up not scheduling until this weekend. And that holds us all up right there. And I'm actually not very happy about that. Not very happy at all. I mean, that really ruins the timeline. But still, I mean, I guess it's not too bad. But yeah, definitely, you guys out there, more Champions Cup to be played right here on my channel. All the coverage, also the cross-platform cup. Right here. If you guys like what you see, please hit that follow button. And if you're watching after the fact on YouTube, please also hook me up, my friends. Subscribe and like my videos. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the Champions Cup as we await the finale for a couple of extra games there. Elven Union against the Orc team, and the Orc team actually had won it. I'm not going to do any more coverage, I think, for the Champions Cup, but we'll see. Anyways, it is board game Saturday for me, and then I guess I just don't necessarily have the time here, and I gotta get 2 more games out from the cross-platform cup as well, so we'll see. But thanks for joining me. Hey, a little bit later on, guys, I'm gonna play some RimWorld and kick off the RimWorld events. They're going to be releasing, I think, very soon. So RimWorld action to come a little bit later on. So with that, guys, thanks again for joining me, and hopefully I will see you guys next time.